My neighbor demanded me to marry his son and tried to destroy my life. When I said no, 2 years later, he's in jail, and I'm thriving with my new family. I inherited my my grandfather house. Well, technically, me and mom did. Mom is a college professor and remarried to a technical writer engineer who makes a ridiculous amount of money in a big old mansion of a house in the well-off part of town. So she said Pop's house is mine. I was grateful, and am still. This was about a year ago. I need to sort of set the stage here. Pop was a popular man. He helped everyone. The kids all called him Uncle or Pops, and his peers called him the Sultan of 2nd Street. He donated and loaned and gave money to whoever needed it. So there is a neighbor to my immediate right, who we call Suga Mama or Suga. Everyone knew that she had it bad for Pops. Suga has a son Miles who also has a son James. James is my age, and we get on well. Suga and some of the other older folks would joke about us. Soulmates. We even share a birthday with a strange coincidence, I will admit. But then they keep adding at the same hospital. Well, yeah, because back then, there was only one good one nearby. Lol. Now, to be clear, I am bisexual with a strong preference if my dating history has any sway for non-binary people or women. I met my now girlfriend Dinah, who is also my age, and she is absolutely a dream. I started having her around the house, and Mr. Miles was always around when we needed help. One day, he came around and offered his and James's help getting stuff from the truck into the house. At one point, James pulled me aside knowing she was my girlfriend and warned me not to mention it to his dad, but it was too late. Miles had asked her if we were college buddies, and she replied we were dating. Mr. Miles pulled me aside asking if it was true, and I said yes. Enter the homophobia and what would Pop think. I told him Pop knew I was bi for years. That shut him up for a bit. About a week ago, Mr. Miles came by and said matter of fact, you need to leave that woman. I laughed as my girlfriend and I have been together over a year and are happy. He said Suga is sick and needs to see her boys married. He prefers I marry James but would be okay with Daniel or Paul. I told him I won't be marrying any of his sons. I already had a ring for Dinah and was planning to propose. I said I know he doesn't agree with gay marriage and he doesn't have to. It's my life. And while I love and respect him like a real uncle, he will not tell me who to love. He yelled awful things and I cried a lot. I asked him to please leave. He did but ripped my pride flag from my pole at the door, calling me slurs. I got a new one the next day and it went missing. So my girlfriend bought me a door cam and a new flag. Sure enough, he came that night and ripped that one down too. I texted him the video and said I wouldn't press charges if he stopped. He said go ahead, call the police on another black man, and if he's unalived, it's on me and my sins. It's night and I was cuddled up to my boo after a movie date playing Mass Effect when there's a knock at my door. It's Paul. He asks to speak with me outside, so I tell Dinah to keep playing. Paul explained he was here to ask me out. He had flowers and a stuffed unicorn, and I told him I'm in a relationship. He said he knew I had a girlfriend, but that wasn't real, as a relationship is between a man and woman, and he knows I date men. I said my relationship is both real and none of his business, and to leave. He then said he guessed I liked feminine men since my girlfriend is trans. I laughed and said he was jealous he couldn't pull a hottie like mine, and said I have cameras with audio, so if he can please FCK off and not force us to call the cops, it would be appreciated. For safety, my girlfriend and I stayed at my folks and just got back yesterday. My dad had a chat with Mr. Miles. I expected everything to be okay, and went back to life per usual. I woke up to make breakfast when there's a knock at the door. I opened it with my bat and made eye contact with a cop. He looks down at my bat, then back to my face, turns showing the cop behind him. I place the bat down and say, sorry, I thought you were someone else. Coffee? They asked for me by name and I showed my ID. They asked for my girlfriend as they got a call. She comes out and shows her ID. They asked to speak to us separately. The cop asked if she felt safe with me, which she said she did. He said he needed to investigate a call. He tried to step inside, but I said no. My girlfriend stepped